So, das ist die Pressekonferenz nach Spiel 1 der Playoff-Viertelfinalserie zwischen ratiopharm Ulm und ALBA Berlin. Am Ende vor ausverkauftem Haus und 6.000 Zuschauern bei uns in der ratiopharm Arena ein 94:83 Erfolg für ratiopharm Ulm. An meiner Seite begrüße ich die beiden Cheftrainer, wir wollen darüber sprechen. Zunächst beginnt der Gast wie gewohnt. Coach Kayes, your thoughts about today's game?
Good, I think that the game was as expected. Coming here to Ulm, we knew that we play against a very good team. They play a hell of a regular season. They are very good in both ends, offense and defense, but one of the main reasons why they play such a good basketball is because defensively they play extremely physical. They took us out of our game with 24 turnovers, so they create often by defense. And this physicality produced to earn 44 free throws. So our foul management wasn't good, or the way that the game was officiated we didn't read well. I think those two numbers explain pretty much the main difference. 44 free throws, 24 turnovers. We need to match up with the physicality and to understand as well the way that the referees call the game.
Thank you, Coach. Ty, it was a very intense game for 40 minutes. Many things happened during the game. What was the key at the end?
I think Pedro just said it. Like, for us, we were able to force 24 turnovers. We do play a very physical brand of basketball, but I think also very clean, and we try to keep them off the free throw line and make them make jump shots. So. If you combine the turnovers and then some of the fast breaks and the things we were able to create out of that, I thought that was probably the big difference in the game.
Thank you, Ty. Dann besteht jetzt die Möglichkeit für Fragen. Bitte in kurz Handzeichen. Tobias Fenster startet bitte.
And Coach Kayes, you already talked about the turnovers. It felt to me like in total your guard rotation struggled to structure the game or to come up with a good offense, fluent offense. Did you see that as well?
Well, as I mentioned, I not only this game, the entire season, they dictate the game pretty well from the defensive end. They put a lot of pressure. The entries offensively for us and for the opponent usually are not clean because they play the basketball to the limit, and we have to cope with that.
And the other number that's kind of spectacular is the rebounding numbers, where your team had, I think, 13 more, 42-27. Is that the positive thing, that you had the board so much under control?
Well, positive thing is depending on the percentage, the amount of offensive rebound percentage, not the total. Generally speaking, we are a good offensive rebounding team. It's one of our identity. We have to keep it up.
Coach Harrelson, you already talked about the defense today. 83 points maybe doesn't look that good for Berlin, but overall it really felt like it was spectacular defense. You basically also took away completely the fast break of Berlin, one of their strengths. How happy are you on that end of the floor today?
Yeah, I mean, Berlin's also, a very physical team, and that's part of the reason they rebound so well. They work for position, they play with a lot of heart, so, they're going for those offensive rebounds. It's something that we have to do, and we're trying to do the same thing. But we were able to stop the breaks. I mean, you noticed that it was a key part. There was one stretch, I think it was in the maybe start of the fourth quarter, where they got us twice in a row, and then down the stretch we were able to make it more of a half-court game. So, yeah. I mean, credit to our guys. Like, we have to do something about the rebounds, especially the offensive ones that we're giving up. But the second quarter, like holding them to 13 points was really key. It's changing the momentum of the game, and yeah, some late scores. We had a couple breakdowns on defense that we'll watch on video and make adjustments for the next game.
I'm not sure if you want to talk about it, but there was a scene in the second quarter, I think. The wrong free throw shooter shot the ball. I mean, a mistake, but you reacted heavily to the whole situation. What went down there?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about the situation. There was an unsportsmanlike foul on a break. We brought our players over. The official sent Jessup, when we asked, sent to the line. Everybody could see that he pointed to him, sent him, like, basically all 5 of our players are standing there. Pedro was right to ask for the review, because I agree it was the wrong shooter, but they're officiating the game. And when an official sends the player to the line, that's who you send to the line. You don't send somebody else. It would have been flipped on us. And what's really disappointing about it is the ref's decision to then say that he didn't say that, and I would question the integrity of the game at that point. And this is why I protested the game. I'm 100% correct, and if in the case that we would have lost, I believe the game would have been replayed. But I'm really disappointed with the lack of honesty, integrity at that point.
Not directly connected to the game, but announced before the game was that Tobias Jensen is going to play in Ulm for longer. I think he started the game, was a bit struggling with his foul management, but overall played an amazing defensive game again. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about what he means for the team and to have him for the future as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody probably knows, especially Toby, that there's a stretch where I didn't play him, and then somewhere in the middle of the season, everything started to click for him. Recognized how well he plays defense and with our defensive concepts. Yeah, a couple of mistakes on offense. The ball slipped out of his hands on a pass, and but I thought he did a really good job. We're really excited to have him for 2 more seasons in Ulm. He's a guy who's been here, and he identifies himself with the club. So really proud of him and how he's played and managed, and again, glad to have him back.
Christian Kern für die Südwestpresse, bitte.
Ty, you said lack of honesty to the scenes in the second quarter. There were a lot of this discussion. Did the refs admit that they made a mistake, or did they like point the finger on you and all?
They pointed the finger on us. The ref clearly said Jessup is the shooter. Jessup was even asking. He was on the break. He's out in front of the play. He doesn't know that Santos was tripped behind, and the ref sends him to the line. It's clear. It's on video. Like, I'm not making it up. And when I think he could have stopped the whole situation. He could have talked to the lead official before the review and said, "That's the shooter that I sent. Official error." Okay, and he could have corrected the situation. Then he said that he didn't say it, and that's a lie. And this is integrity. I would question the integrity of the game at that point, and that's why we protested.
I could imagine that the protest now is naturally not going to go through because you already won. Do you expect any kind of consequences, or do you expect any kind of consequences from this?
For me?
No, for the ref.
That's up to the BBL and the commission. I don't know. I don't know FIBA. I don't know who makes those decisions. But I'm not on like a witch hunt to get somebody in trouble. But when it comes to the game, it's my livelihood. It's our players. It's our players' life. It's our club. Like there's a lot that goes into that. And I just think like if somebody would said, okay, wait a second, I made a mistake. It's okay. I made a mistake. I think everybody would have understood, and we could have moved on. The reason it took so long is because I want to properly make the protest, and I want to get everything written into the protest, and I don't want my captain doing it at halftime when he's supposed to be warming up for the second half. So, and I was getting pushed to sign the protest, which I also am not okay with. I think we should get the protest written correctly, the way we want it, and then our captain signs it, and then we can move on and play the rest of the game. So this is why I was a little bit animated, but that's what happened.
There was another scene where Marcio Santos went down. How did you see the scene, and can you already comment on Marcio's condition?
The official called a foul. I didn't see it. It's part of basketball. Unfortunately, like when a guy gets hurt, it can happen to any player at any time. I don't think there was anything in it. Yeah, obviously disappointed that he couldn't finish the game. But I have nothing from the doctors. We'll see how he is tomorrow.
Okay, keine weiteren Fragen. Dann gilt es nochmal Danke zu sagen, auch an die 6000 Fans heute bei uns in der ratiopharm Arena. War eine super Playoff-Atmosphäre. Weiter geht's am kommenden Mittwoch in der Hauptstadt um 20 Uhr. Und das nächste Heimspiel, Spiel 3 der Viertelfinalserie, ist dann kommenden Samstag um 18 Uhr. Tickets gibt es wie gewohnt bei ratiopharm.com/Tickets. Und dann sehen wir uns am Samstag wieder. Dankeschön.
Ja.